How would
today.
you explain someone that is, 20 or 30 or even really 40 that really might have seen it on television, in a movie or a television show, but in a few sentences, I'm going to ask each of you to try to describe what the late 60s and the early 70s were like here in this country. Can you?
It was great to be alive. It was, that's a quote from, I'm not sure, maybe Wordsworth. Chaotic times, but great times of change. The feminist movement took place, the civil rights movement took place, Dr. King, John Kennedy, his brother Robert Kennedy. I remember all of that, and those were sad things that happened during great times of change that needed to take place. I think our generation is the first generation that has begun the communication process between parents and children, veterans and non-veterans. We've learned that in order to deal with traumatic incidences, we need to talk. And I think that our parents who were dealing with the depression and before that and before that and before that, they spent all of their days and nights just trying to exist and feed each other. But today we've learned that it's okay to talk, it's okay to be emotional, it's okay to laugh, it's okay to cry. And Charlie and I both try to get that across to the veterans with whom we work as case managers at Freedom House in Kent, which is the homeless shelter where, I mean, we met at Warrior's Journey Home, and I saw this guy and he told me where he worked. I said, wow, man, I'd really like to do that. And the next day I was up there working. So, it's just been a wonderful journey. But it was very chaotic times, but I'm glad I lived it,
Now, what would you, in a couple sentences, how would you describe the late 60s, early 70s to someone that didn't experience it?
Well, wow, looking back, it was a pretty amazing time. We had rock and roll, the war going on, the civil rights movement, and women's lib. We had a lot going on, but hey, I was young and dumb, and I'm glad I lived through it, but looking back, I wouldn't romanticize it, because it was a struggle for a lot of people, really, in a lot of ways. But I too think a lot of the changes that took place were, really important, and we live in a better country because of the turmoil of the 60s. But the peace movement, while there were a lot of different experiences that could be had during that time.